Hello VC, new vinyl update. I'm gonna try to be quick as possible. I have some records to show you. This time we will manage to see also some techno and electronic stuff. Well, some classics and some records not very new, but they're electronic stuff. In my next video I have made an order, like 10-50 records, new ones, so I'm gonna show them to you. But I'm not gonna start with the electronic stuff, I'm gonna start with jazz and stuff like that in the beginning. And after that I'm gonna show you the electronic records. First of all, highlight for me this month, my favorite artist of all time, Dorothy Ashby. This is the new reissues of the jazz harpist Dorothy Ashby, including Frank Vess on flute. This one used to be very expensive, like 2 months ago, but now the record is reissued, and you should definitely grab a copy. Dorothy Ashby she's a harp player. I know I've talked about her many times. This is kind of slow jazz, yeah, something like that. I think this is her first album, or if it's not her first album, it's one of the first, but I'm 99% sure that this is her first LP. Highly recommended, please grab it, the new reissues of her. Something that I was interested in a long time, it was in my it was in my wishlist for a long time. When I saw the Sugarman, Searching for Sugarman documentary, if in case you didn't see it yet, please do. It's a very interesting documentary about Rodriguez's life. This is his first album called Fact, about this rock, folk, psych, I don't know. It's a strange story behind this man. You definitely see this documentary called Searching for Sugarman. This is his first album, the reissues. Yeah, on Lita reissues. Very nice thick pressing with heavy record on it. Highly recommended album, if you don't know, called Fact by Rodriguez. Some jazz, some classic stuff. It was on my list and I ordered it. Something else, Cannonball, Underlay, Miles Davis, Hank Jones, Sam Jones and Art Blakey on Blue Note. Fantastic LP, really. Especially this Autumn Leaves song. To be honest, I was familiar with Autumn Leaves songs because of a remake, a trip hop remake that was out on, I don't know, 2000 or something like that. I Love Supreme by John Coltrane. This is my first John Coltrane record, and I also had like 3-4 items by him in a priority in my wishlist. This is the reissues. Look at it on Impulse. Very good stuff. Gatefold. And nice, good, heavy pressing. John Coltrane, I Love Supreme. I don't believe that I have to say a lot of things about this LP, but in case you are not into jazz, this is one of the most famous jazz albums. Yes. This is a compilation, I don't know if you are familiar with it. It's called Il Grandi del Jazz. This is the Cannonball Underlay one. I think I also got like 2-3 more by Il Grande del Jazz somewhere in my collection. This is a strange but very nice packaging with a booklet here and the record here in the back. It was not mind-blowing, but it was a good record, like everything else from Il Grande del Jazz compilations. Sorry about it, I'm shooting this video with my mobile phone and people are messaging me. What else do I have here to show you? Yeah, I guess... okay, yes. I also got this funk record from the Overage White Band. This is funk soul. Usually the Overage White Band is funk band. But this is, yeah, okay, it is funk, but it's also like soul, pop soul, like Motown style, out on Atlantic label. It was a good listen yesterday, not something mind-blowing, but a good listen for sure. Okay, I'm gonna skip everything and I'm going straight to the electronic stuff. This is the newest record of the band's. This is from a label called Ostgutton from Berlin, Germany. It's a very famous electronic, techno and electronic actually label, more techno. This is techno music, but it's more, I'm not gonna say experimental, I'm just gonna say, well, it's not that straight techno that you're gonna dance, it's more synth-based, dark, and with other things on it from Answer Code Request. I believe that you're gonna like this even if you're not into techno. That's my feeling, but I don't know, give it a try, maybe. I know I promised a lot of times to show some electronic stuff. This is a classic one from Joris Voorn. Joris Voorn is an artist like deep techno and yeah, something like that. From Holland, from Netherlands. This is his EP with 2 remixes when he was released his album. This is From a Deep Place by Joris Voorn, and it's also signed here, as you can see. Because I'm having good connections because of my record label with those electronic artists. Continual, Chris Zippel. This is how techno music released on vinyl. This is what I'm talking about all this time. Plain, you know, sleeves, just the artwork here with the remixes, and the other side. This is a typical techno release. Well, not all of them, because right now they're trying to make it even more special and try to release stuff on colored vinyl just to make it more limited and more exclusive. Paul Kalkbrenner. This is an old EP from him with 2 songs on it, John 321 and Press On, out on Beat Pitch Control, which is also a German label. This guy get famous because of the Berlin Calling soundtrack and the Berlin Calling movie. He was famous before that, but after the movie his career exploded. If you haven't seen Berlin Calling, it's an electronic music film. Check it out. Amazing soundtrack also. Yeah, I'm gonna show you 2 promos. They are not new. This is how the record labels used to ship promos to DJs. I have a lot of them. Back in the days, everybody was sending this type. White label promos, test pressings with the inner information about the tracks and everything. And also there were forms that you can send them feedback. That was how the system was working back then. Of course, now everything is digital and you are sending you MP3s and you are leaving them back feedback. But this is the good old vinyl days. This is a promo EP from Syrinx, A Million Light Years, out on Rush Hour Records. This is deep dub techno, very nice record. Something else, this is limited, I think it was released like 2-3 years ago. Look at the simplicity, I mean, it's almost like a promo test press, but it's not. This is how it's released, but it doesn't matter really to a DJ. Of course, buying colorful records or records with artwork and stuff like that, it's a part of the record collecting, but in techno it's a novel culture. Not that there are not a lot of covers, but releasing stuff like that, it's quite typical. You can see the information here. I've got some more to show you, but I'm gonna try to keep it as short as possible. Yeah, this is a classic. This is a house track, classic. I believe that some guys here will immediately recognize it. Lil Louis, French Kiss. A house anthem, actually. If you don't remember it and you check it out on YouTube, I'm sure you will remember this tune if you were on electronic music. Let me show you one more. This is from Jerome Sydenham. It's called Apothec. This is quite heavy banging techno, and My Pet Gorilla was my favorite tune from this EP. At least I managed to show you some of my electronic and techno records. I know those are not very new, but I have made a new order. As I told you in my last videos, I'm keeping my techno records in the office, but I'm slowly bringing stuff here, but the new stuff were there anyway. Thank you for watching. I'm not very active in the VC again. It's summer here, I'm trying to relax, having some holidays, and also listening to good music. Because in my next videos I'm going to announce some very big news regarding my life. I'm not getting married. Anyway, thank you for watching, and excuse me if I'm not commenting a lot on YouTube, and I don't making lots of videos. I still love you guys. VC rocks. Bye.